Hello, I'm Brandon Wheeler. If you wonder why I have straw in my mouth, it's because I used the talk, I had to bite down something because of the heat-related thing. Moving on. So I just watched HOWL'S Moving Castle. Studio Ghibli and everything, and this is the fourth video I've seen of Studio Ghibli stuff. I struggled with this film. It was weird. Let me start off with the positives. You're not going to get a bad animation thing with Studio Ghibli. You just know that. It's always going to look good, inventive, and everything. It's, gorgeous scenery and everything. It's like certain things you don't know if it's CGI or actual hand-done animation because it's that good. Some things look like definitely CGI, but then it's like, well, could that be regular animation? I can't tell. But it was very, those things with like the muck people with witches thing and stuff like that. If you don't know what the film is about, it's kind of like an alternate universe, I guess, kind of like based in Europe. It's very steampunk. It's based on some sort of novel that I read. Not that I've actually read the book, but reading about the background of this movie, it's based on a novel. Seemingly it's loosely based on the novels because they changed a lot of things. It's kind of like an anti-war movie. I was like, okay. I tried going through it, watching it, and it's just like, because I hear a lot of things about it. It's like one of the films you have to watch and everything, and I gave it a watch, but it just got too, like, the beginning was fine at first, but then when Sophie gets changed to be an old lady and everything, it's just kind of like, from there, I just went to, like, starting being hard to follow and weird, and I was just like, what am I watching? It's not as strange as Spirited Away, but for some reason, I just had, again, just having a hard time investing in it, like Spirited Away. I know everyone's like, oh, Spirited Away and everything, but to me, Spirited Away was, I hate to say that, I wasn't really into Spirited Away. This is the fourth film I've seen by them. I've seen Kiki's Delivery Service. That was alright. And I've seen My Neighbor Totoro, which I love. I need to make a review of that. But I love My Neighbor Totoro. But this film is animation and everything, but it's just kind of confusing and some things going on. Like, why does she love him after just meeting him? First thing, why does her hair stay silver even after changing kind of back? Why does she change back? How does it change back? Does she keep changing back and forth? Why does she change back when she's asleep? It just, does the curse actually get broken? Is it not broken? The one thing, I watched the English version, the English dub. It has Christian Bale as Hal. And hearing his voice coming out of the anime character and everything, it's just like, you know what? His voice kind of sounds like Sephiroth. You could voice Sephiroth or something. Or some other character from Final Fantasy, because it's just like, his voice gets that gravitas that fits like a Final Fantasy character. But, I don't know, this film, scenery, again, always breathtaking when it takes you to this, like, uncle's kind of garden, the shed and everything. You see all the, again, animation and scenery and everything is awesome. Like, the colors, the vibrance, and everything, how the castle moved itself. Like, is that CGI or animation? That's hard to tell. Is it a combination of the two? But all those all those pieces moving together at once. Everything. Like, the one piece of animation that was the most impressive was when they were cooking breakfast on Cal. I'm already messing up his name. The fire guy. The cooking eggs and stuff on him. You see while they're adding food to the skillet. And then they're feeding him eggs and everything, how he's moving and then the skillet's moving and everything at the same time. That was probably the most, even though it's small, but that was the most impressive little animation piece for me, because it's just like that little detail trying to add all that and everything. It's very complex, and I'm just like, okay, that's impressive. Again, the small things like that's impressive stuff. I like that. And again, how the castle moved itself, it's kind of like on chicken legs or something at the end. It was just kind of like, wow, this thing's getting torn up apart. And then the whole thing with the scarecrow turnip head type thing. It was like, okay, this thing's alive. Is this kind of going like a Wizard of Oz type thing? She's meeting a scarecrow, but there's no lion, there's no Tin Man or anything. Of course, the house is made of tin, you could say. But it's just kind of like, I don't exactly know what's going on here. So, but I know there's a lot of people that swear by the movie. That's fine. If you enjoy the movie, explain to me why you enjoy it. It probably just went over my head. That's fine. But it's like, also, why that thing when she was in the cave, was she dreaming that? Was she actually awake? I guess it's up to interpretation and all things. But what do you like about the movie? Tell me why, and just explain what you like about it or whatever. Because I think this, more likely, this film like went over my head. Probably like Spirited the way it did. So, anyway, see you in the next one. Goodbye.